Welcome to the introductory video for Plutonium. Plutonium is an application for designing and visualizing underground blasts. So I'm going to load up a file that I've been working on. So now that the file's loaded, you can see we have three slices here. Okay, now each slice defines a tunnel in the blast, some drill points for the blast, and each drill point in turn defines blast holes that get drilled from that point. So each slice is basically a cross-section through the blast. Now, by default, a tunnel has three drill points, but it can have as many or as few as you want. It just defaults to three. Now, as we select the different drill points, you can see over here we have a bunch of attributes associated with it. For example, the position and the visual size. We can make that bigger, for example. By changing this attribute, you can see the drill point gets bigger, and obviously we can move that around as well by either grabbing it and moving it or typing in values here. So if you need to be really exact, you can type in the exact values that you have, and again we can type them in any unit you need to. By default it does meters, but you can change the default length unit just in the preferences menu here. Now let me just grab some blast holes. If we grab these blast holes here, you can see that each blast hole defines an angle, as well as a length and a diameter, and some other attributes as well. And as we slide them, again you can see that things update in real time in the viewport here. So this here is the schematic or two-dimensional viewport. We also have a three-dimensional viewport, which shows you not just one slice, but all of the slices sort of put together, so stitched together. Now if we just jump back to the schematic view here and go through the slices here, you can see that these two slices actually define a different outline. And again, if we grab the tunnel here, you can see that each tunnel defines an outline attribute. So this tunnel node has an outline attribute, and the attribute sort of defines where it gets its shape from. Now just quickly, I'm going to edit that shape. So you can see these are all the vertices or points that define this particular outline, and as I grab them and move them around, you can see the shape updates in real time here. So Plutonium is a very interactive real-time application, and again if I jump into the three-dimensional viewport here, you can see that we've got that spike in the tunnel there, and obviously as I move that around, that spike changes and updates as well. Now this is all fully undoable. I can go and undo all of these shape changes that I've made, along with all of the selections that I'm making as well. Now as you can see quickly here, as we drag the angle for this blast hole, we can define that blast hole to draw in any direction, or to get drilled in any direction, sorry. So you can obviously define either tunnels that get drilled upwards or downwards, depending on the configuration of your particular blast that you're designing. Now again, just quickly, because the blast holes they're associated with the drill point, they belong to that drill point. As we move that drill point around, you can see these blast holes kind of come along for the ride. Obviously, as the drill point moves, the origin of these blast holes has to move along with it. And you can see as we move that, it recalculates the intersection with the particular outline for that particular slice, and recalculates where it needs to be placing that blast hole. So one of the features that is still in development is being able to define ore body walls. So in a similar way that we can select a tunnel and edit its outline, we will also have a feature where you can define ore body walls, and there'll be a similar shape editing functionality for that. And in a similar fashion, it will also render those ore body walls in the three-dimensional viewport here as well. So one of the other upcoming features that we plan to implement in the coming weeks are hole charging rules. So once you've defined all of your blast holes, and set them up, you'll be able to say, I need you to charge them, and Plutonium will go through and configure the attributes associated with all the blast holes accordingly. And again, you'll be able to visualize things such as the damage contours, so you can see how the default charging rules work in three-dimensional space, whether there's significant overlap or not. We'll also have energy distribution analysis, vibration analysis, and then other advanced features such as being able to define hole bending and setup errors, so you can take them into consideration as well. And again, this will all work in a very interactive, real-time, very easy to use, very easy to navigate way. And that's about it for now. Plutonium is still in active development, so we'll see some exciting features come online in the coming weeks. Thanks for listening.